So David, a 1-0 defeat against Leek Town today. It's a bit of a heartbreaking end to the game after a good performance.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, very frustrating to concede from a set piece that late in the game. I thought prior to that, I thought we'd worked so well. We'd designed a game plan. We'd executed it really well. We'd had a couple of chances ourselves. I think a draw might have been a fair result. So yeah, devastating to concede like that. But lots of positives to take from the game. If you know, chalk and cheese compared to the Widnes outing. Lots we can build on.
A couple of things in the team sheet today. So Finn Madigan made his NPL debut today. Did well through the game.
Did really well. I had no hesitation. I know I was chatting to you and Matthew in the week about it when I said Tomo was injured, and I had no hesitation to put Finn in. He's trained exceptionally well. He's done well at Padiham when he's been there. He's done well at Epworth when he's been there. He's been getting games. He's good size, good shot stopper, and I thought he grew in confidence. I thought he dealt with crosses well. I thought he distributed well on the whole. I thought he talked well, and it's good. We've got a number two who is genuinely pushing Tomo. And that's what you need. So nobody can get too complacent and too comfortable. So really positive for him today.
And then Jamal Crawford on the bench today, new signing today. Thoughts on bringing him in?
Width. So natural width to give us different options and pace. Natural width, pace, and a player who knows the level. So whilst we've got Danny Miranda who offers us that, Tyler Berry who can play in that position. Jamal's just got that experience of having been around this level for a number of years, and I think that's important in the group we've got at the moment. So I thought he looked okay when he came on. A couple of little nice touches, nice runs, and I think he'll just offer a different dimension down that right from either Alfie or Eden or anybody else who might put out there.
How do you pick the players up as well after today? Obviously, with it, 90 minutes of a really good performance to then not come away with anything.
I think they'll sort themselves out in a way. So what I've talked about there is it's criminal to switch off for 10 seconds and concede. And Harrison's a big, strong boy, and he kind of outmuscled his marker, and that's going to happen sometimes. But you've got to try and be stronger in those situations. But there are so many positives. I think I'm probably as frustrated with how well we played here, how well we played at Staley Bridge, and how poor we've been in the last 135 minutes of football before today. They've got to now 15 games left. They've got to play at this level of work rate, commitment, attitude, application, communication. I thought the communication between players was excellent today, but they can't do that when they come to Leek. They can't do that when we've got a big crowd not stay at the Bridge at home, and not do that when we're away at Widnes. It's a mentality thing. I think that's just a maturity thing. Hopefully they take all the positives and all the things that they've done well and reflect on what made us more successful today in terms of executing the game plan and take that into next week.
And you look at the upcoming fixtures, that's particularly relevant, looking at the upcoming fixtures with groups of teams who are in and around where we are coming forward, and sort of they're the games which we've not been brilliant in this season, and that's why you're looking for the players to step up now.
Yeah, we have to. The reality is our form and our inconsistency means that we're looking over our shoulder now towards the relegation zone. We've got enough quality in the side, and we've seen that in some of the big games this season, to not be there. But the results are right for a reason. We're down there because we've not been able to apply ourselves consistently. We've not been able to beat the teams who are around us. So that's the gauntlet that's been thrown down to them today. They've got to make sure that they're as up for next week as they were for today. I think we've got enough leadership in that dressing room based on what I've just seen. But we'll see how they react Tuesday.
A couple of updates on injuries. Obviously, Keogh was out today. Chris Thompson, and any update on Bailey Marsden?
So he'd taken them in turn. Andy Keogh has had a recurrence of his calf injury. So last week he took the opportunity to play for Winsford. He's been dual reg with Winsford for all season really, but not really played for them. Because we had the game off, because we couldn't get a venue for a proper training session, it felt it was better for Andy to get a game and play five-a-side. And he just got a recurrence of the calf injury that's kind of plagued him this season. So he's a complete rest for a week. He's going to start rehab, and hopefully he's only another maybe 10 days to 2 weeks before Andy's back. Chris Thompson had a back spasm during the Widnes game. He's been to see an osteopath, and he said it's a bulging disc, so he's going to see an osteopath again tomorrow, and we'll get an update and whether that's okay or whether it takes a bit longer. And Bailey, we're just waiting for some news from the specialist. So he's been to see a specialist. They've recommended a course of treatment, a course of action. He started some rehab in the week and had a little bit of a reaction to that. So we're just waiting for some more news from the specialist. So we were hopeful we might get him back in February. Now it's a little bit in doubt. Just a bit of a waiting game with that injury.
But despite those players being out, they performances like today, they'd have a job on their hands to try and get back into the team again if they can keep up that sort of level.
Yeah, they will, and Tyler Berry missed out on the squad today. Danny Miranda missed out on the squad today. Adam Sherritt's injured; he's got a hamstring strain. He's been out, so we have got good quality and depth. Really, if you look at the bench we had today, it was a strong bench with players who could change the game. So there is nobody guaranteed a shirt at the moment, and that's good. Players are disappointed. Players who dropped to the bench this week were disappointed. I know players who didn't come in after the Widnes performance are disappointed, and that's natural. And we might be looking at how we can get players some game time and try and balance things up over the next couple of weeks, because it's important how players do play. So it's becoming a little bit of a challenge as we've added to the squad, just to make sure we're managing it properly. But we will, and we'll kind of keep people posted on kind of ins and outs and dual registrations and all that kind of stuff.
And we move forward. 1874 next Saturday at home. Obviously, went and won their away with a good performance. Are you looking for more of the same from today to carry on and get 3 points?
Yeah, I think I've said this in something like 90% of my interviews. If we turn up and we play as well as we can play, and we apply ourselves properly, and we work hard, and we do the basics, the stuff that comes for free, I would back us against anybody in the league. And I think today's shown that. Leek, for me, are the best team in the league. I think they'll win it. And we were unlucky not to get a point out of the game. The problem is it's what Mosley turns up. The role like me, Alex, Phil, Johnny, and the team have got in the week is to make sure that we get the right Mosley, to get the Mosley that turned up here today turns up next week against 1874. If we do and we work like we did, then I think we very capable of getting 3 points with the quality we've got. If we turn up and play like we did against Widnes, or second half against Newcastle, then we probably deserve nothing from the game. The players need to realise that and get that level of consistency, and we've got to make sure we're driving those standards and not letting things drop.
Thanks, David.
Cheers, Nathan.